fact that they locked in this Vexana first, though, means they're definitely still thinking about how they want to round out this draft. But yes, Moskov could be an answer. I mean, it's not exactly an answer, but it doesn't get targeted down as easy. They haven't found any hard crowd control. Picking up the Uranus, also a little bit dangerous, because the reality is he has zero crowd control as well, and Fanny can just move right by him. The Paquito,
and it is the Paquito gold.
Yeah, they're willing to play into it despite the presence of the Juice and Esme and Belleric. They're feeling it today. Onic is feeling it today.
Kelra mentioned he's more comfortable on a marksman, but he can play it.
Yeah, and this is where that Dairoth ban comes in, right? Knowing we're going to have this heavy front line where if a Dairoth comes in and shreds down the armor of this Uranus, shreds down the armor of this Paquito,
it makes sense here, and I think for Falcons, after essentially that first game stop that Onic had, this is what you want to go ahead and, you know, bring in some of your best heroes, make it work. Kyle got his Fanny. But again, this is also Onic. Right? Remember when they brought up the Fanny Leo? And so they know the game plan to play against a Fanny here.
And that's what I like the most is both teams came in with answers. There are less questions than there are solutions. So I'd like to see Falcons equalize here 1-1.
Yeah.
Because game one, I think 95% of the community will say that was no game.
Yeah. Like, in their minds, they want this to be game one, basically. But nonetheless, Onic, if they do happen to go ahead and secure this game, they'll be at that match point. And again, we've already talked about what's on the line here now for Falcons, specifically, you know, playing into this one. Putting something like the Claude on Marco is way better, I feel like, than having that Clint, just because, again, you can be a little more self-reliant. He's got a Purify to work with. This was the hero, again, that, you know, this bulletproof Marco moniker started on, and just the fact that he's really hard to kill on it. So some of that alleviated by the fact that you complemented it well with a Jusha, who could help control some of these team fights, you know, around this beacon and that lantern flare. Flap, usually pretty dominant on the Esmeralda. I mean, the XP lane is going to be, you know, nothing's fancy is going to happen against Uranus and Esmeralda. It's more of what happens into the first objective fight, which is just seconds away here.
It's interesting that both sides actually commit a few rotations to bottom. I think they knew that both of those gold laners needed a little bit of help unlocking themselves to try and make for quick rotations. Lupi, man-to-man defense here on the Flap, trying to get a bit of damage before Flap actually hits level 4. The Prior actually does that first. Keyboy looking for a quick frigid breath to stop Flap from pushing in. Quick knock up on that Lantern. Keyboy down to an 1/8 of its health. He does survive. Jump in, falling Star Moon, answered by Internal Guard. Extra bodies for Onic does help reset the turtle.
Kelra comes through. There's the fight. They already got the beacon out. A whole lot expended for this first turtle.
Another big knock-up. Put that Eternal Guard Witch, or why not? Kelra punching Haji in, forcing him to go back. Suns with a little bit of burst damage from that Vex. Takes down the turtle. Lupi threatening away Kyle's purple, but I guess that was Falcon's priority to begin with.
Oh, look at this threat too. Kelra enough just to plant himself right here with the full champ stance here in front of Kyle, but again, he wants to go ahead and secure his golem. Keyboy and Sans are just here too.
Whoa! Oh! Massive Fatal Links catching Kyle, serving him up face to fist on Kelra, but Haji trades it out for him. 1 for 1. All in an effort to secure the golem. Joseph, I don't think that was worth it.
You know what? I think at this point, Kelra, he's happy to take it. You know, it slows down the Fanny buildup, I guess.
Oh no, another EG. In comes Kyle. He wants to go. He gain. But there's 3 of them there. Make that 4 if you're counting the EG. What this does allow for Falcons to do, though, is put a lot of bank on Marco. Marco spent the past minute just taking waves. Unfortunately, he did not get the chip away at the shield. So I guess he's just half happy with the outcome on that.
Yeah. So it looks like at least Kyle's going to be able to get his orange buff. I didn't know if Onic would continue to put pressure there. A couple punches here from Kelra. Keyboy's here around the corner. Okay, nothing's going to happen after this. Again, good responses here on both sides, but alleviating some of the pressure. Nothing built up on either side off of that, but it's mainly that kind of nature, right? When you have a fan, you got to go ahead and help secure that jungle, and that's why Onic knows. Let's put pressure even on the green camps, the small camps if we can. Kind of slow that down a bit. And you can see there was a small lead now in terms of XP being built up by Kyrie.
And Kyrie slowly rotating, holding that fence brush. Will not force it, will not push his luck and try to steal away the purple. Kyle will get it, so this will allow them to at least go 50-50 on this turtle spawning lower quarter.
All right, Kelra in position 2. Fighting for that. Whoa, Kyrie gonna get forced off his green camp.
Oh! That wall was the bane of Falcons' existence. Tower shot coming through. Cyclone Eye to get the safety. Oh man, Kyle is not in any shape to take the turtle. Gets taken down by Lutpi off of an Ionic Edge. It's all Onic. The Sky Kings are taking their second turtle as they apply more pressure on Falcons jungle.
I thought it was gonna be the perfect escape, man. The cables going through the walls, getting a little speed boost, but then Lutpi comes through with the flicker to take him out. So now Onic looking to build up more. Consider used.
Oh, Ogwin used that Wrath of the Dryad defensively to stop him from pushing forward. Are we back to square one? Is this the game 1 situation all over again? Onic playing on Onic time.
Yeah, feels like it. I don't know if they're going to be able to get this turret too. It looks like. Oh, hold on. They want to attempt.
Falling Star Moon. Flap. Put down about 0. Just like that. Onic are 2,000 gold up, given that was 4 members of Onic underneath tier 1.
Yeah. It's not as devastating as game 1's turtle take that, where we had that one team fight and Onic pretty much took everything.
6-0.
You know, 6-0, but Falcons still okay. This lead is building up. They got to look for something to slow this down, though. That's the big problem. I mean, look at this Keyboy's waiting position, too. Lutpi enough to zone out.
Oh my god, Haji had a couple of major members of Onic behind him. Now Ogwin tries again. Comes in with a Wrath of the Dryad. Kyle does not have enough energy to start running roughshod in that small little avenue near the purple. This is tough because Onic are now up 3,000, push tier 1 in mid and bot, so the map is shrinking.
The crazy thing about it is Onyx not really doing anything too fancy. It's just they're kind of putting pressure where they need to on the camps here of Kyle, but you know, because that's the thing. If you put enough pressure, you know that Falcons has to respond to allow Kyle to get this kind of farm, or even his purple buff, hell. And Onic can just continue to press down on the wound here.
Uh-oh. Get a quick knockup, but answer with a fatal link. Super Marco couldn't make that blazing duet last more than 2 seconds. Ogwin underneath 3. Make that 4. AJ coming in, knocking up the big tree, chopping him down. Lutpi scores another.
There you go.
But they find a punish on Suns. Can Kyrie finish what he started? And Kyle falls. They might find a shutdown on a Kyrie here. Kyrie gets away.
Oh man, the mobility again with Hirara on the showcase here. Just when you think, you know, sliver of HP left, we're going to at least take something down. At least Kyrie, but he gets away. Let's look at the replay here. Brought to us by STC again. The Eternal Guard in this fight. Enough crowd control to keep Ogwin in place. Obviously, Kyle comes and gets a kill, but at the cost of his own life too. So, you know, again, it's just Onic playing to the advantage. And now we're going to see that continuing happen here on this side of the jungle. And they've already got this lead built up, 5,000.
Oh no, Onic knows.
Oh no!
They force Kyle a retry as he goes for his purple. They take him down, and they are gonna continue to march through. They steal away his buff, kill him, go for the turtle, and then pressure mid continuously.
Man, I don't know. Onyx lineup is just like having. They just got bouncers, man. They got the Uranus. They got the. You got to count the Eternal Guard from the Vexana, and then you got Keyboy and the Atlas. Like these are 3 tanky dudes, just giving so much space to Onic to work with.
Technically 4, because with perfect match, that's another body you have to worry about.
True.
Team Falcons are getting smothered here. It's literally just dude advantage.
Yeah.
There's literally more pieces that Onic are bringing in, and 8 minutes in, almost 8,000 up. The math does not side with Falcons.
Yeah, I mean, you can see this. I mean, Lutpi of all people on this Uranus, just go ahead, face off against 4 members of Falcons. Doesn't really matter. You know, he's not going to get shredded down at this point, unless somehow Falcons can catch up to this. But just like we saw in game 1, being down, you know, 8,000 gold leading in to eventually this First Lord, you almost expect Onic just to secure that and start approaching these base turrets as they now take down all tier 2 turrets of Falcons.
And I would not doubt in this next wave, they're able to actually pop that holy shield. Ogwin falls once again. Kyle secures his Malefic Roar, so there should be some. Oh, Flap gets knocked out by Kelra underneath that inhibitor.
I don't know if there's any hope here, Leo. It looks grim. 2 of your tankier heroes being taken down in the lineup here against Onic. Kyle's got no choice. Oh, Kyrie jumping in, gets the beacon out too. They might just take a base turret now.
All right, the siege minion will fall. They will have to wait. Kelra sitting at 3-1 and 2. Sure, look at Kyrie 404, but Kelra since minute 1 has been the forward assault. He's been basically the bouncer that can't wait to get some quick knock-up on a loot B, but it's enough time to buy that takedown on mid. This is the best position for Falcons to be in, but Fluff gets taken down first and Oakwood too. Kyle was dealing with the wave down bottom, and now they have to clear the wave in mid. Lest Onic end it now.
No way. Okay, they should be able to clear this. They still have a wave though.
There is still a wave, and Marco's here, waiting for staffs on AOT and Blazing Duet. Onic are taking game number 2. Match point for the Sky King.